Hello, hello, hello. It's Christine Trainer talking to you from New Westminster, British Columbia, Canada. Hope you're having an awesome day. As you can see, it's rather gloomy here in the west coast of British Columbia, Canada, where I am from. But welcome to my channel, my lovely friends, as I continue on the tips and strategies of online marketing. As I've been on online marketing for the past 2 years as a digital marketing as well as an entrepreneur. Now, if you're new to my channel, I'll just give you a quick skinny of who I am. I am 60 years old. I'm Canadian from the west coast of Canada, British Columbia, Canada, and I'm doing, of course, as I shared before, digital marketing and as an entrepreneur for the past 2 years. And before that, I had a variety of jobs, over 35 years experience outside of the online world. Variety, and especially I was a sheet metal worker. I was shall we say, McDonald's, Orange Julius, gift shop, you name it. I was always busy, especially in a jewelry shop, which is nice. But the best one I really enjoyed was working in direct marketing in the office with my sister Vicky for a number of years, quite a long time ago, quite a while ago, back in west of me in Vancouver. And this is what I'm going to talk to you about today, because this is part of my life now. Because 2 years ago, I decided to take the bull by the horn and be part of the online marketing world, because I wanted to work at home, have a home-based business, have the laptop lifestyle, set my own hours, should I say, create a life for myself and my husband, earn an income consistently online. And I have been for the past 2 years fairly well, but more so this past 4.5 months with a beautiful community I'm a part of, Successful Solution Method. And today was a wonderful day because one of our members, Sonya Andrews, yes, indeed, our wonderful Australian members, by the way, because we're international, decided to interview our creator herself, Amanda Wray, and she did a wonderful interview. And in the next segment, I was able to get her video and share it with you today. So I'm going to share this wonderful interview. Check it out in the next segment. It's a beautiful interview. Amanda shares about her history of how she started online, why she started online, and some wonderful, wonderful tips for us all. And the wonderful questions that Sonya asked, Amanda answered really well. So let's carry on to the next segment, shall we? And of course, meanwhile, like and comment my video, as well as subscribe to my channel. I have many more tips and strategies of online marketing coming your way. Yes, indeed. And click to the bell below for the next notification of the next video. Plus, after the video, stay to the end. It's a wonderful interview. And check out the links below of Successful Solution Method, our group, which is 9,000 and strong. Pop on over and be a part of that new, beautiful group that's it's going like hotcakes, really strong in online. We're really we're the new buzz, shall we say. As well, if you have more information you'd like to know about, I have my Facebook page link as well, and my phone number. Come give me a ring, send me a text if you have more information you'd like to know. So let's carry on to this wonderful interview. I love it. Stay to the end. You're going to enjoy it. It's wonderful. Okie dokie.
Okay, we are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sonya Andrews here, tuning in from Brisbane, Australia. Hope all is well, and most importantly, guys, you're all keeping safe. Before I start, guys, please hashtag live just below, and please, by all means, let me know where you're tuning in from. And if you're catching this on later on during the day or evening, please, by all means, hashtag replay, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Well, guys, my emotions are just skyrocketing right now. I am feeling excited. I'm feeling nervous. I'm feeling scared. You can name it, okay? But well, as you can all see, I've got this amazing, amazing special lady right beside me, as you can see. But before I introduce you to her, I just, obviously, guys, you know that I'm normally on here during the same time, during the same day, once a week, obviously sharing with you all my results, how I have been doing with this amazing platform that I'm involved in. And I've only been on it for over 2 months now, and I can truly say that it has been a blessing in disguise. Okay, I have been on the online journey for over 2 years now. Okay, I've had my ups and downs, but it is what it is, and I'm still kicking on, and I'm definitely not a 7-figure earner right now, but I know my time will come. If I can see the goal, that's where I'm going. But guys, look, today, I know obviously I've been sharing my results, but I thought, why not step out of my comfort zone a lot more? And I know you all are wondering, why are you doing so good, Sonya? Your page is just skyrocketing. Who is behind all of this? And I know with different types of opportunities, we've got to do our due diligence. And part of that is obviously knowing the owner themselves, obviously what they're all about and making sure they're doing it for all the right reasons. Okay, so I thought, why not bring this amazing lady, Amanda Wray, on to obviously share her with you all, get a bit of a background about what she's all about, how she started her online journey and where she is right now. She is a 7-figure earner, and she does hold a special place in my heart right now. I'm like shaking right now. I'm just excited. But no, Amanda Wray, I just want to say thank you so much for making time to hop on tonight. I know you're a busy lady, but no, welcome. And I'll be obviously with the questions that I do ask you tonight, Amanda. I'm sure the viewers would love to know all about you, where you started and where you are as of now. And yeah, I just want to share this. I just want to share you with everyone because you are such a loving, and caring, not only a loving and caring mother, but an owner, a mentor who goes over and beyond for her members. And I'm sure with all our members right now, they can totally agree with me right now. You have actually thought outside the box, not only to help people, but you thought outside the box of people who have been struggling online to earn that single dime. And that's what it's all about. We're all on here for pretty much all the same reasons. So Amanda, thank you and welcome to my space.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, Sonya, thank you so much. I feel so humble right now, and it's just exciting to do this interview with you, only because you have a special place in my heart as well. And I thank you for choosing the platform that we are on to work with me, work beside me, and for me to be able to share with you my experiences and the things that I've been through and how I've went from struggling to now earning tons of money online and helping others to do the same. So I'm completely grateful.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear, man. I'm just privileged and honored to have you on here. And I'm sure everyone's is excited to hear your story and what you're all about. Okay.
Yes.
So we'll get this going. As you're all aware, guys, this is a Q&A. Okay. I've got a few questions here for Amanda herself. Sit back and listen. Okay. I'm sure you guys will enjoy this. So Amanda, first question. What was life like for Amanda Wray before turning to the online space?
Oh, it was hard. It was hard. It was a struggle. It was a struggle. I'm just telling our team to tune in.
Yep.
I was looking for a way out of my job. I didn't like my job. Not only that, I didn't like the people that I was working with. I felt like a lot of times, I was being taken advantage of. I wanted to go into corporate America at a very young age. That was my dream. That's what I wanted to do. I thought that was where the money was at. And when I started working for corporate America, I realized that it wasn't what I wanted to do. I felt like I was working a lot and I was underpaid and I was struggling. I'm the type of people, well, back then I was the type of person that I wanted to be liked. I wanted people to connect with me. Because in school, that's who I was. I was the funny go-to person, make you laugh, have a good time, type of kid. And so when I went into corporate America, I didn't realize that things was a lot different than what I expected. And I realized that I was putting my heart and all of my time and energy into building up other people's businesses. And I wasn't making a lot. I just was like, and then it came to a point where I'm like, even though I like what I do, I don't like the people I work with, and I'm gonna need to get another job just to make ends meet. So for 2 years, I was working 3 jobs for 2 years. So I would get up at 5:30. I had a part-time job in the morning, full-time job from the late morning till the afternoon, and then I had an evening job. And I was doing that for 2 years because one job was just not enough. It wasn't enough. It was just enough to make ends meet. And I'm like, this isn't gonna work. So that was basically the life before the online journey. I was raised by a dad who was at the same, he's still at the same job that he started when he was 17 years old.
Wow.
So I grew up in a household where you were just consistently doing the same thing day in and day out because that's what I watched. I watched my dad go to work every single day, get on the same bus, the same train. You know, we lived in New York City. So this is what I watched for years and years and years until I moved out. And I thought that that was the way. But when I started to do it myself, I realized I don't want to do this until I'm 65 years old. I don't want to do this. This isn't it. So I started to, you know, start my online journey and venture outside of my job.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
Amazing. Amazing, Amanda. Oh, I can just feel the tears coming on already. No ugly crying. No ugly crying.
No ugly crying.
Wow, that's amazing, amazing. Okay, my second question, Amanda, is obviously, what made you turn to the online space?
Yes, so what I used to always be into, even like once I started hitting my my late 20s, I started really venturing out to YouTube. I really didn't know much about YouTube at all. And I wasn't a YouTuber. I was really pretty much online. I mean, on TV, watching television. I wasn't watching things online. And then one day, like my friends was talking about YouTube, and I'm like, well, what is YouTube? I really didn't know much about it. So I started looking on YouTube and just I noticed that I could type in anything and certain things would pop up. So I would type in Beyonce if I wanted to watch videos, and I would type in funny animal shows if I wanted to watch funny animals. And one day I just typed in working online or working from home or something like that. And then it just started bringing up all of these different people that were working from home. And I started to realize that I was obsessed with watching it. So I would wake up in the morning at like 7:30 and I was watching all of these different marketers talk about online space and affiliate marketing, multi-level marketing. I'm like, what is this? Like, I'd never ever heard of any of this before up until like 29 years old. Wow. So I'm like, what is this? What is this space? What is this these people are talking about? So I just watched for a while. I just watched. I didn't join anything. I didn't get involved in anything. And then one day I decided I'm going to try it. I'm going to just go for it. And I spent money and I didn't do anything. I just spent the money and I didn't do anything with the program. I wasn't ready. And that's what happens. Sometimes when you get into the industry, you think you're ready, but you're not. Once you buy into it, it's just like, oh, okay, whatever. I'll get to it when I can. And then I just remembered one year really wanting to start looking into online opportunities again. But my why was much different, okay? So it wasn't even about me being sick of my job. Mm-hmm. My boss was trying to fire me. And the reason why is because they didn't like who I was. Mind you, I've always been, no matter where I went, what job I was at, I would always want to perform well to the best of my ability. I was on time. I would work above and beyond. I'm very, I critique myself a lot. The way I perform is very important. What people think of me is very important. I want to be the professional. So whenever I would start a job, that's how I was. I was very 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So to realize that I was dealing with a person that didn't care for me and didn't want me to be the best that I can be, it just hit different. You understand what I mean? It just hit different. Mm. And I was like, you know what? Now that I have children, it's not all about me. And I don't want to be in a situation where someone takes away my only income and I'm left with nothing. That's scary. That's a scary feeling, especially when you're providing for other people. You know, and I'm a single mom. I have 2 children. And I'm like, there was some nights I couldn't sleep at night just thinking about how this person was trying to get rid of me for no apparent reason, just because they didn't like me. So I said, you know what, I'm going to look at the online space again, but this time I'm going to really check out the online space. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to see if this is something that I can do. And I'm not going to stop. I'm going to just look.
It's all with that mindset, having that right mindset.
It was the right mind, but still, Sonya, I didn't have the right mindset. I was heading in the right direction, but because I thought it was going to be easy, right? Because sometimes that's the perception you get when you go online and you look at people's information and you look at people making money. You come in thinking that this is going to be something that's going to happen overnight. Oh, the next 30 days, I'm going to be this. So the next 60 days, I'm going to be this. That's the mindset that I had. But I knew that what I was doing wasn't going to work, and I needed to do something different. So I started joining different opportunities, and everything looked good to me back then. In 2015, I really started looking at the online space, and everything looked good. Everything. I mean, no matter what sales page I looked at, any funnel I looked at, any top marketer I looked at, they all looked good.
Yeah.
So what happens? I wind up joining 25 opportunities in 1 year. 25 opportunities. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how basically my online journey began. That's how I started really looking into the online space and figuring out a lot of trial and error. A lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm getting shivers down my spine. Wow. I love just listening to what you're saying. It's just, it's an eye-opener.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And that's one of the reasons why I share my stories, because I've been through so much in such a short period of time. Because I tell people this all the time, I'm very creative and I'm willing to try anything. I'm one of those type of people, I want to try this and I want to try that and I want to try this.
Hey, you only live once, don't you? You only live once. You got to take the risk.
I remember a friend of mine telling me, she's like, you're just creative. You just have a creative personality. You have a creative spirit. You're just a creative person. So people that are creative, they're willing to always go outside of the box. They're willing to always try different things and new things. And that's one of the things that I gotta definitely say I'm one of those people. So, after just trying all of these different opportunities in 2015, not having any success, I started to become very depressed. I was extremely depressed. And I was depressed because I felt like this is something that I wanted really bad and it wasn't happening. And that's very depressing. And not only that, I'm like, I have 2 lives that's depending on me. Yeah. And if I mess this up, this could be really a really bad mess up. And I didn't want to mess it up. So 3 months, I was on what do they call it? The pity party. I'm the victim. I'm the victim. A lot of us do that. I was the victim. And I was just like, 3 months, I was like done. I was like, I'm done with this. And I didn't want to do it anymore. And then after 3 months, because it doesn't take me long to get out of that space, me feeling sorry for myself, I said, you know what? I'm going to try again.
Yeah.
So 3 months later, I'm back to the drawing board, but this time my mind was made up, right?
Yeah.
Sonya, what does a made up mind look like? What does it actually look like?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What is the difference between a made up mind and a mind that's not made up? What's the difference? And I talk about this all the time because I literally made up my mind.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to find one thing. I'm going to stick with that one thing until it works.
Until it works. That's it.
I'm going to get me a mentor. I'm going to follow everything he tells me to do. I'm going to pay him, and he's going to tell me how to do this the right way. And that's what happened. That was the turning point. I call it the light bulb moment.
Yeah.
It still didn't make me any money, not in the beginning. But what I can definitely say is that my mind was made up. And it took 25 opportunities, $30,000 in debt, right?
Yeah.
A 3-month break, because I literally was on break for 3 months. So I needed to do something different. And this time, I'm not going to focus on the money because that didn't work for me. I was focusing on the money in all of 2015 and that didn't work. So in 2016, I'm going to do things differently so that I can make this work. And I could tell you definitely, if it wasn't for my mentor, a made up mind, and focusing on one thing only, it would have never happened. That changed my life. It literally changed my life. But not only that, speaking to my mentor, knowing why I was doing certain things and why certain things needed to happen, that helped me as well. Because there's a lot of times when people are going into programs or opportunities, or they're trying to make money from home, and they don't understand why they're doing certain things. And what happens is you start to pick the things that you think is important, and you get rid of the things that you think aren't important. And that's where you mess up, because you don't know the difference. So you get into opportunity and you don't know what works and what doesn't work. You're just trying a little bit of everything. And that's not what makes money. And that's what my mentor was telling me. He's like, a lot of people want to make money, but they don't have a system in place. That's basically, or they have false expectations, unrealistic expectations, and they come in thinking one thing, and when they realize they have to put the work in, and it's kind of like a surprise, a shock, then they don't want to do it anymore. So that's what my journey, when I made up my mind, my journey was literally focusing on bettering myself, branding myself, learning how traffic works, learning how to not come off as a salesperson, learning how not to go out and feel like you have to chase people, because that's what a lot of people are doing in this space. They're chasing people, literally. Calling 100 people and inboxing people your link. I have people today that did that. Just sending me a link. Doesn't make money.
No.
So that's basically how I started this journey.
Amazing, Amanda. Amazing. So obviously, being in the online space now, and you've obviously, like you said, you've popped onto so many different types of opportunities. What, to you yourself, what are the most common mistakes you have found people making on their journey online? What have you seen?
So most of the common mistakes, what people come to me, okay, the most common mistakes. Number one, people give up too easy. That's the common mistake. So what we call this is the marketing gurus, okay, the marketing gurus that's out there, they call it the shiny object syndrome. So that's how I wind up being in 25 programs within a year, because I was joining everything. As soon as you feel, because all of this is about feeling, it's about emotions, right? We're in a space of feelings, especially women. Feel like it's not working. What do? You move on to something else. So the average person does not give their opportunity enough time to work. Okay. The second thing that I see a lot in this industry, people joining the wrong business opportunities. So you see something that looks too good to be true. In your heart, you feel like it's too good to be true, but you join it because you think that it's going to be easy, right? So a lot of people get into Forex because Forex seems like it's so easy, right? I'm going to do Forex. I'm going to do Bitcoin. I'm going to do cash gifting programs, right? All of this stuff seems so easy to do. And because it seems so easy, you wind up wasting money because it doesn't work. Joining opportunities that are scams where You never met the owner. They take your money and they run off. The website is closed down in 8 months, 6 months. A lot of people are flipping money. Give me 2,000 and I'll give you 15,000 next month. Or you put in 2,000 today and you get $20,000 in 3 months. It sounds good, right?
Yep.
A lot of people are doing what sounds good because people don't want to do the work.
Yep. That's it.
What I tell people all the time, and listen up, if you never met me before, you never heard this before, listen up. If it was that easy, we wouldn't have people working at McDonald's, right? If it was that simple, people wouldn't be working at Burger King.
Yeah.
It's never that easy. And that's one of the things that I didn't realize in 2015. Everything sounded good. Everything looked good. Everyone was marketing in a way where it was extremely easy. It's not the case.
No.
The third thing I realized people are doing, getting into opportunities where they have to learn too much too fast. So you want to make money, you got to do this. You got to build a funnel. You got to run traffic. You have to have an email list. You have to know conversions. You have to know tracking. All of these things, at some point, you will need to learn. But if you come into an opportunity and they want you to learn it as soon as you get started, whoa, I just want to make money. What are you talking about? Right? It's like, how do I do this? What is this?
Mm.
So when you're trying to learn too much, then it's like, you know what? No, this isn't it. It's called information overload.
That's it.
That's number 3. Number 4, which ties into number 3, unrealistic expectations.
Mm. That's a big one. Yep.
That's a big one.
Mm.
People thinking that they're going to come online and they're going to get rich in 6 months. It's impossible.
Nah.
You have to have realistic goals. I want to make my first $50 by this date. I want to make my first $100 by this date. I want to make my first $500 by this date. That's how you do it. But people are coming in thinking I'm going to make tens of thousands of dollars in 60 days. Are you serious?
Get out.
Again,
Yeah.
if it was that simple, people wouldn't be working a 9 to 5.
No.
If it was that easy.
Mm.
So you have to have realistic expectations. And that only comes with a real person that is willing to tell you the truth. A lot of marketers out there, they're not telling people the truth. So that's why we have 97% of the people who are online failing.
Mm.
Because they're being told, oh, just put this money in and you're going to start making this amount of money and it's going to happen this fast and you're going to do it in this amount of time. And oh yeah, when I did it, that's another thing, guys. People comparing results. You do what you do based off of what someone else is doing.
Yeah.
Just because you see this person doing really well, you don't know the blood, sweat, and tears that went into that work.
Mm.
You don't know the sleepless nights. You don't know the cries and the pains that person went through. Nobody's results is ever going to be the same. Because why? We all have different lives. Some people got 4 kids. Some people got 2 kids. Some people got a husband. Some people got a wife. Some people have no kids. Some people are single. Some people don't have a job. Other people do. So how are you comparing yourself to, that's like a mother of 3 with a husband, comparing her results to a bachelor that has no kids.
Yeah.
He has way more time than you because he doesn't have a crying baby in the next room, right?
Yeah.
So when people come, that's another thing. Oh, let's talk about it, Sonya. Number 5, people making themselves vulnerable. A lot of people online are vulnerable. Why? They're starting a business for all of the wrong reasons. What makes you vulnerable? I'm starting a business because I need to pay my rent next month because I lost my job a week ago.
Mm.
What does that do? It puts you in a vulnerable space.
Yeah.
So then anybody can tell you anything and you'll go for it because you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
People are joining businesses for the wrong reasons. Not because, oh, I'm at my job making $30,000 a year and I'm going to stay here and I'm going to build my business on the side while I'm working my 9 to 5. No, we don't do that. No, that's not what the average person is doing. They're waiting until they're unemployed, living off of an unemployment check that's about to run out in a week. And now they want to take their last $300 and pump it into a business. Sonya, am I speaking the truth or not?
Definitely, definitely, hands down.
Is that a way to start a business?
Nope.
That's not smart.
Definitely not.
So then what happens is you become vulnerable to the people that are out there preying on you in the opportunities that are no good. It's easy for you to join them because they look good because you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
I had a lady tell me her whole life story. And I said, ma'am, you need to slow down. And she goes, what does that mean? I said, you don't need to be vulnerable. If you're telling me this, and good thing I'm not the type that's going to just take your money because I want you to join me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you're doing this to other sharks that's out there, it's going to be so easy for them to just take you for whatever you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's certain information people they need to realize they don't need to give, especially in the beginning. You haven't made any money. You're looking for opportunity and you're telling the shark how you're about to use your last $500 online because you need to make your rent next month. You know how many times I hear this?
I can imagine. I can imagine.
It's no good.
Yeah.
That's not smart. Because a business takes time to build, no matter what it is. And you need to be getting into a business opportunity because you're ready to do business and you're going about it the right way.
Right. Yeah.
That's what's important. Not using your last $200 of savings and looking for a miracle. Doesn't work that way.
Nope. And obviously try not
So
to.
these are the main things that I realize in this industry that is hurting the average person who's trying to make it. And these are the things that we share in our trainings so that people can stop. I call it the hamster on the wheel.
Yeah.
So people can stop being the hamster on the wheel because you don't have to do that. You don't have to be the hamster on the wheel. But at some point, you have to do something different than what you've been doing for the last year, 5 years, 10 years, if you haven't yet had your breakthrough online.
Yeah. And what
That's important.
And what I found as well, people trying to check the system too, cheat.
A lot of people try to do that. It doesn't work.
Definitely not. Wow.
Yep.
Amanda, so obviously in your time, did you identify any needs or gaps in the market that made you think about creating your own business?
Yeah, so you said gaps or?
Needs.
Oh yeah. Yep, so one of the things that I realized in the industry that a lot of people wasn't getting that was needed, that's why I created the program that we're in now, is because I realized that a lot of people are not branding themselves. They join the opportunity and they're promoting the opportunity, but nobody knows who they are. And a person is not going to want to do business with you if they don't know anything about you.
Yep.
It's not going to happen. So I had a meeting today, and this is what I explained to the gentleman. Okay. Think about it like this. You have your favorite restaurant that you love going to. Why? Because every time you go there, you know the food is going to be on point every single time, right? Got a new restaurant that comes into town and you're extremely hungry. You might try it out now and again. But you're going to always go to what you know.
Yep.
Because If you love Italian, if the food is authentic, you've met the owner or the waitresses, the waiters, you know the cook in the back, the sauce is always good, you get great customer service, that's where you're gonna go. But that new kid on the block, that new restaurant, they have to build up their reputation. They have to build up who they are. So you might go there once in a while, but you're gonna always go back to the place that you know. It's the same thing online. Because people connect with people that they know, like, and trust. If they know you, they like you, and they trust you, they will do business with you. Business is money. But if you're coming in as a new kid on the block and you're like, hey, buy my product, buy my business, it's the best. It's like, well, who are you? I don't know you. So this is what everybody's doing. The 97% that's failing. They're coming on and they're just spamming their links. Buy my business, love my business. But why? Why?
That's it.
Same thing with McDonald's. People go to McDonald's because people love McDonald's. Now, if you have another company that comes in and they try to duplicate McDonald's, they could never outdo McDonald's. You could never. Why? McDonald's is branded and people love Mac sauce. Big Mac sauce is the thing out there.
Definitely.
Everybody loves McDonald's French fries. I know I do.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. You can't come in and try to outdo another person who has been branding themselves for years, and you think you're going to just join the opportunity and nobody's going to know you and they're going to say, here's my money. Yeah. It's never going to happen. So the reason why I created the platform that we're in is because people need to know how to do business the right way.
Yeah.
People need to stop chasing people. People need to know how to run traffic organically. People need to know how to brand themselves the right way. Because if you do business the right way from the beginning, you won't have to worry about earning money. Yep. And that's where I was messing up. I didn't learn how to do it the right way. I was just doing a little bit of everything, and all of the little bit of everything was adding up to nothing. Yeah. Why? Because people are like, who are you? You're the new kid on the block. What do you think this is? Mind you, I did make a little bit of money here and there, but not enough to leave my job. And that's what we want. We want more. That's what we want. We want to create more leaders in the industry. How do you do that? You start business the right way. You have a blueprint. You have a system. You're organized. You know what to do and what not to do, and you follow that to the T. And that's what separates the leaders from the newbies. That's what separates the leaders from the marketers who are failing. That's what separates the leaders from the tire kickers. Yeah. That's how that basically works.
Wow. Yeah. Shivers. Loving it. Okay, so obviously, Amanda, so you've created your own company. Okay, so what was your visions, your goals? Okay, and what were you hoping to achieve, not only for yourself, but obviously for the members that are involved in this amazing platform?
Yeah, so my main thing is I wanted to, this is what I was thinking about. I said, when I create the platform, I want to show people how to do business fast, right? Faster than the average business opportunity. I want to show people how to do things in a faster, easier method than what they're currently doing. Because a lot of opportunities, they say you need a year to 3 years, maybe even 5 years before you start to see results, right? I was able to do that within a year and a half, okay? And that's with trial and error, right? It took me a year and a half to really start seeing some results and some momentum. So I'm like, I know that it's possible to eliminate that year and a half if people didn't make the mistakes that I made, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we want to do is we want to speed up people's results, because if we can speed up the results, we can get people paid faster. So that's what I'm gonna focus on: speeding up the results and getting people paid. That was it. That was the only two things in my mind. I want to get people paid. Why? Because we're in the middle of a pandemic and a lot of people are out of work. That's the first thing. But I want to do this faster than the average opportunity can give you, because our average opportunity is saying, listen, you're probably not going to make any money within a year. You're going to get started, you're going to build. And, you know, even though they say 60 days, 90 days, it's unrealistic, especially if you have no proof that if you're not branding yourself, if you have no proof and you have little money, that's not going to happen. So when these programs say, yeah, 60 days, you can start earning blah, 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 blah. That's not for the newbie or the struggling marketer. That's for the sharks, the marketing gurus, the ones who's been in this field for a long time that understands the business. So I wanted to give people my knowledge, my expertise. I wanted to also talk about realistic expectations, what you need in order to be successful, and how to do it the fastest way possible. But not only that, do that while also paying people as quickly as I can, as long as they're consistent and they follow the system. So that's why I created this program, and that was my main goal when I thought about creating the program.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yep.
Okay, man, I don't want to keep much of your time. I've got one more question for you. Okay.
Yes.
What's next? What's on the horizon for Amanda Wray?
So I'm always thinking of other things to do. I just want to, right now I'm in a stage where I want to perfect what I currently have, right? Because you can always not perfect it. Let's not say that, because practice doesn't make perfect. We talked about in the training. I want to improve what we currently have. And that's where I'm at right now. I always feel like I can learn more, I can do more, I can improve what I currently have to make it better. And I'm at the stages now of just improving what we currently have, because I feel like I can touch not hundreds, but not even thousands, millions of lives with what we have. And it's going to take some work. It's going to take some dedication. It's going to take some sleepless nights. But is it going to be worth it? 1,000%. 1,000%. So I want to take what I have and help change as many lives as I can by just keep pumping people with my knowledge, keep getting people paid so they feel like they are worth it. I want to empower people to know that they matter. I want people to feel worthy enough to step outside of their comfort zone. All of the things that people have been told, whether it's from family members, other marketers, co-workers, friends, I want to help them to scratch that from their brain, because none of it is true. I have people from all different walks of lives that are beautiful inside and out, and they don't know it because no one has never told them that. They don't know it. And what they're experiencing now is self-worth, positivity, encouragement. They feel empowered. And now they stand taller because they feel like, I can finally do this. You can't get that with no other program. Why? Because people lack honesty, integrity, loyalty, commitment. It's so hard to find it. Why? You know what somebody said to me? Another six-figure earner said to them, why didn't I think of this? Why didn't I think of this? You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because you have to be able to give away a part of yourself. You have to not think of you.
Mm.
Remember, Sonya, when I first started this, what did I say? I wanted to give away $10,000. Why? Because I wasn't thinking of just myself. People, they have a hard time taking a self family, right? We talked about it with Dr. Stan. Forget about me, I love you, right? We're a family.
That's it.
So I made a commitment to not just support myself and my family, but to support my online family. Marketers are not willing to do that. A lot of them are all about themselves. And I realized that in this industry, yeah, that's why you didn't think of it, because you were only thinking about you when you created your program or your project or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You weren't thinking about the newbie, the struggling marketer. You wasn't thinking about any of them. So when you're able to step into other people's shoes and you want to truly help somebody to make a change, that's the part that's just, it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And I'm like, every day I'm just overwhelmed with emotion because the outpour of support and humility and just, it's so comforting. It's so comforting and it's so warm. And I'm like, we need more of this. People are like, I look at my timeline on Facebook and I see so much positivity. It just makes me so happy inside. That's what it's all about.
Oh,
I didn't mean to make you cry. I feel like crying too, but it really is powerful. It's a movement, it's powerful, and it's just so encouraging. It's just so encouraging. And that's all I want to do. I want to be able to uplift the next person, encourage the next person like someone did for me back in 2016. He said, you know what, Amanda, whether you believe in yourself or not, I believe in you. And all I need you to do is to work with me so that you can start believing in yourself. Back then, I tell people, go to my YouTube channel. All of my old YouTubes is still up. I didn't care about how I looked. I was just determined to make it work. I was looking crazy half the time. I didn't care about my background, nothing.
Yeah.
I wanted to just share my story. That's it. I wanted people to get to know, like, and trust me. And I was willing to step outside of my comfort zone to do that. And I noticed that when I speak about that and I'm able to show people the journey, they feel so positive and they're so inspired. And they're like, I could do this. And that's all I want to do. I just want to touch people and know if I can do it. I didn't go to school for it.
Yeah.
All I did was applied myself constantly. And I started to see changes a little bit at a time. And that's basically what it takes.
Mm.
So if we can empower one person at a time, I don't care if this live touches one person to make a change.
Mm.
I've done my job for the day. Yep. One person at a time.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Amanda, I appreciate you so much. I really do. Here we go. You are changing so many people's lives as we speak. You have impacted my life already, and it's only been 2 months that I've been involved in this amazing opportunity, and I'm so blessed to be a part of it. Okay, and I know for a fact our members, okay, they will agree with me that you are just one in a million. And you, like I said to you, you keep doing you. You are changing. As we speak, you are changing so many people's lives, okay? Well done to you. I take my hat off to you, okay? But wow, I can go on, but I can just feel the tears coming on. And I know you need to get back to your kids, okay? But no, guys, Amanda, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome, Sonya. Thank you. Thanks so much for having me. For everybody who's watching, check out what Sonya is doing. Check out her page. I just want to say you're doing a phenomenal job. Just in 2 months, Oh my goodness, Sonya.
All because of you, hun. All because of you.
Growth. The growth is just amazing. Amazing.
No.
It's so amazing. And I feel so proud and I feel so excited because this is just the beginning. We're still in the building stages. It's only the beginning.
Definitely. No, but hun, thank you. Okay, I'll let you go.
Yes.
But no, appreciate your time. Okay.
Yes.
But no, I'll be seeing you tomorrow night at
Yes.
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. Please hop on. You'll see Amanda Wray herself as well.
Yeah, so you can put the webinar link in the comment section. Get on the webinar tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay, hun.
Have a good day, Sonya.
Appreciate you so much. Okay, guys, take it easy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.